And we're live. I'm joined by Alex from Space Tokens and Basir and Andrew, our fellow stock bros, just trying to understand the NFT space. Alex, take it away. Give us an introduction. Last time you were on the show, you had started up a company or you were in the process of creating NFTs. Can you just tell us more about your company and what it's about and tell us what's going on?
Sure. Yeah. So since the last time we were on here, a lot of work has happened. Um, we launched a planetary NFT service called Space Tokens on Cardano, and so the whole premise of Space Tokens is it's an exploration game. So it's the whole point is you take your ADA wallet and run through our expedition process and basically discover unique planetary NFTs in our initial Galaxy launch. So the goal is to sort of discover these completely unique planetary NFTs by sending space exploration missions out into the galaxy. So what we really wanted to do is take the idea of NFTs and make it more fun and sort of make the minting process actually make sense. Because typically NFT services these days are you literally click a button, send money there, and then you just get a token sent to your wallet. It's not much user experience there, and it doesn't help explain the idea of an NFT. So we put a lot of time into making this expedition flow entertaining. So you basically go to our website, you go to start expedition, and then we have 4 planet classes, and they're different prices. So depending on how much ADA you want to spend at the time, you can choose a different class of planet. And then you select a class and launch your expedition. You get a payment address, send ADA to the address, and then we take you through this expedition with all these different animations that show you the progress of your minting process. So you start off with fueling, prepping, fueling, launch, exploring, and then you bring your NFTs home, and then you discover a completely new planet. So that's the general idea.
Interesting. It sounds interesting. I just want to know. I want to know, like, okay, you have this exploratory space. Your NFT have some sort of function there, is what I'm hearing. So why would I be like, if I'm holding Cardano, if Basir is a major Cardano holder and is interested in the NFT space, why would he be interested in your space tokens or your NFT in general? And go over why would I, with my Cardano, want to buy your space tokens versus someone else's NFT?
Sure. So our templates and our planets are completely unique, every single one. We spent a ton of time making sure that the quality of the art is the best out there. A lot of NFTs these days are like pictures of rocks or pixelated little whatever. We really wanted to create a quality NFT, and so every planet we create, we aim for it to be interesting, beautiful, creative, all these different things. So there's inherently more value, we believe, in the art that we're producing. Also the experience, we think we have one of the best minting experiences in the Cardano NFT space right now. And this is just the start. Like we haven't really announced this yet, but we're going to be launching a utility token called Quid soon, which will sort of add rewards and bonuses to the expedition process, as well as down the road, we have a lot of plans, but we're going to have sort of creature discovery. So if you have a planet and you have some Quid, you can launch these expeditions to discover creature NFTs on your planets. So we're just at the sort of the starting point. And so if you get in a planet now, we're going to be offering added benefits for our early adopters. So you'll get rewards and Quid at a higher rate than if you buy a planet later. And so we're really trying to build an ecosystem that has more value than everything else out there right now. So if you're looking to invest in NFTs for speculative value or entertainment, we really want to be one of the best options in the Cardano space. And it is still fairly early for Cardano as well. So we're doing our best to get our brand out there right now.
That's interesting. Basir, as a Cardano holder, you've held since the beginning of Cardano pretty much. Would you invest in a project like this? Because it sounds like, Alex, you're saying your Cardano can buy you an NFT that will grow in value based on what you've suggested here. It's going to expand. You have an ecosystem. It's different than other existing NFTs. So your one Cardano can be worth 1,000 more, depending on how well this space tokens project goes. Is this something you're interested in? Are you interested in the NFT space this year? And what kind of triggered you from what Alex said so far?
So yeah, I haven't bought any NFTs yet, but from what I gathered, with the space tokens that Alex talked about, I like the aspect that it's like a unique movie is what I'm gathering here. So that's pretty unique, because like the other NFTs, I never really bothered getting into it because it's kind of like a special image, you know. But if I'm paying for like a unique movie, like a space token, then that's something that I might enjoy, right? So to me, the way I look at it is like I'm basically paying a ticket price for like a bit of a fancy movie, a unique movie that no one else has. So because you take me through the journey and all of that, so that'd be pretty cool. As far as like it growing in value, yeah, that's a great side effect. But yeah, I would just pay for the movie itself too. Yeah.
Cool.
Is that right, Alex? Category this as a movie?
So it's you're getting the planetary art as the NFT, but the process of minting, you definitely have the experience of going through the different steps. So the actual NFT is a unique planetary image. Mm-hmm. We are looking at animated images and more complicated NFT types, like GIFs. You can, I mean, there's actually with certain web objects, you can store websites as NFTs. And no one's really done this yet, but it's something we're looking at. So you'll be able to have like a fully fleshed out web app. It has to be self-contained, but as an NFT. So you could start buying up these like little web assets and like combining them. So yeah, currently image, we're definitely looking at expanding on the functionality. We're going towards more of a game idea and adding reward and incentives for using your planets for other purposes. And then yeah, other NFT types. There's no reason you can't have a movie as an NFT. Like you can't really store it on the blockchain directly because it'd be too much data. But you can have these other surfaces like IPFS, or there's a couple other ones that you can store the data there and then reference it on the blockchain. So yeah, it's you could do that. We'll take a look at sort of the
Alex,
movie idea.
Are you the artist, or do you hire artists that are well known in the space, or are they up and coming artists?
So it's a bit. So our process is a little different. Like typically NFT services just hire an artist to create them 10,000 or some sort of template. We took sort of like base level imagery and we wrapped a bunch of like code around it to then generate and spit out these planets. So it's a bit half and half. Like we did work with some artists to generate some base imagery, but then we've written basically a ton of Python code that then automates the process of creating them and making them more unique. So yeah, like initially we worked with artists and then we just sort of went down the coded route.
So if for example Andrew was to promote you, like who is he promoting? Space Tokens the company or Space Tokens the artist?
Space Tokens the company. Yeah, like yeah, like we definitely are publishing art, but it's Space Tokens is the brand, sort of the idea behind the whole thing, because we're going to be launching a lot of other collections, a lot of other functionality. So we really just want to get the idea of Space Tokens and the brand out there right now.
Okay, so Andrew, I heard you purchased a planet. Can we see this planet? And Alex, can you describe like what his planet is? Like Andrew, can you show that to us and why you were interested in buying the planet?
First, let's. I think I have a question for about 90% or 99% of people out there.
Yeah, let's go for it.
What does NFT stand for?
Sure. So it means it's an odd term, but it means non-fungible token, and
Gotcha.
all it means is these things are unique. Like fungible tokens are like things like money, like a dollar. You can have lots of dollars, but non-fungible just means there's only one of them. Like you only have this one unique planet. So that's all that means, really.
Yeah. So I got a class 2 planet, and it was really cool because I have no idea what's going on in most of this conversation, but it was just some fun from from my point of view looking in. Like when you actually get it, you go through. I won't spoil all the fun because I recommend you do it. But like you go off on this little journey, and it shows like the rocket ship fueling up, and it goes on its expedition, flies around, comes back, and then you get your boom. You get kind of your planet. And then there's on our Discord chat for all the people that buy them. I guess I don't know if everyone has access there or not, Alex, or people have to ask in. But it's fun. I mean, like people get excited, and we all talk about what we had and what we're doing, and I didn't know that you were going to go even more with like you can discover stuff on your planet, but there's so much to do there. I mean, it's just like in real outer space. You never know what's out there and how much is going to come. So there's a lot of fun with it. So now I'm a guy who's on the outside of all of crypto and all these languages. And Alex had to show me how to get ADA or whatever ADA is. And like how would people like me, which is, everyone, like know how to do this properly, or like do you have to know basically what crypto is and where to find it versus could I use Canadian dollars or American funds to buy this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a really good point. Like crypto's not easy yet, and it's mainly to do with the banks. Like as soon as the banks adopt crypto, it'll become easy, but currently you have to get your money into an exchange, like a crypto exchange, and that's a difficult task to begin with. And then buy some ADA, right? Like, so yeah.
Alex showed me how to do that. Then Ali was asking me, "How do you do that?" And I said, "I have no idea what just happened."
You can buy ADA off of Coinbase, right? You can buy ADA off of Coinbase. It's, like back in the day, it was super complicated. Now it's just pay with your Visa, you're good to go.
So what's that other wallet I had to download then?
Okay, so I'll walk you through the process. Like you need a Cardano wallet, right? And so that's the wallet that Andrew downloaded. We downloaded a wallet called Euro onto his phone, and that's one of the most popular Cardano wallets. There's a couple other, yeah. There's a couple other ones. There's one called Daedalus, which is a little heavier. It's for desktop, and you run a full node on your computer. But that's probably the most popular one. And then there's another one that I really like that was created by a sort of a developer in the Cardano space called Nami, and that's a browser integration wallet, just like MetaMask is for Ethereum. And so Nami makes it really easy to like send ADA around it, and it actually shows you your NFTs right in your wallet. So that's a good one to check out.
Did we lose Ali?
I think we may have lost our host here. Oh no.
So Basir, you don't have any NFTs.
No, my friend keeps telling me to get one, so I might get one for a bit. But yeah.
Why? But why would you just get one? Would you? Is it because people are telling you to, or
because the price would go up?
Fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just really quick on that. So there are some Cardano marketplaces coming on board, or online, I should say, right now. Like the whole thing about Cardano is smart contracts launch in a couple weeks to mainnet. And that's mainly why the price has been going up so high, is people are getting on the hype train around smart contracts. And it will allow for way more functionality, like all these decentralized exchanges, all these automated NFT marketplaces are all going to come online. So there's a lot of interesting things that are going to happen with Cardano in the next probably couple of months.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's partly where all this hype is coming from. Also, Ethereum NFTs are going crazy right now too, and I think it has something to do with the recent rise in the crypto market cap. So the whole space is just growing really quickly right now, and it's kind of an uncertain time. Like we may need one more correction before we sort of head towards 100K for Bitcoin, but we may just go straight up. Like it's hard to say. Some people are saying end of December for the end of this bull run. I think, and a lot of other people think, it's probably going to go into 2022, probably summer sometime. And we're heading towards that $10 trillion market cap, like just to match gold. That's what all the targets are sort of saying for this bull run. So we got another like 4 or 5x left in this bull run, I think. So it's going to be an interesting year, that's for sure. Yeah.
So, Alex, I want to just pull back into that space tokens area. Can you show us the planets? Can you show us some of the planets? I saw your Instagram. I was wondering if you could pull that up and kind of share with the audience like what we're talking about here today.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
I will do it on my phone.
No
I'll
worries.
just go to our website and I'll sort of show you the process. Let me share my screen here.
Okay.
Sorry, one sec. I'll close these down. Okay. I have to allow Chrome. Sorry, give me 1 second here.
Whoops, wrong one. Gotta get rid of that. Live comments.
Chrome. Okay, I'm gonna have to quit and come back. I'll be right back for this story.
Oh, really? Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
So, Basir, you buying it? What's going on, Andrew?
I said, I feel like the guy in the Zoom call that never participates. They just kind of throw something in there in the end.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've been taking notes. And no participation marks.
What questions should I ask you, or do you want to jump in with something?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just happy to participate. I'm learning as we go. Like Alex showed me a lot of like kind of the background stuff about space tokens, and I think NFTs are a pretty cool concept. Like it seems like a little bit more protected than just investing in crypto, because you actually have an asset, even though that asset's based on whatever we value it as.
For me, it looks like
that's just
people,
buying art anyway.
Yeah, people in real life buying art and waiting for it to appreciate in value. So you're buying an NFT from an artist, like an online artist, and then you're waiting for it to appreciate in value.
Yeah.
Something like that is what I look at as an NFT. Is that right, Alex? What do you think?
Yeah, essentially, like you are buying into art and sort of the crypto version of art. And that's the biggest difference, is you have proof of ownership over everything you purchase because you own it in your wallet and it's encrypted and it's yours. So it's a big difference. Just want to make sure you guys can see this screen right now.
Don't see it yet. I think you have to add it to the stream. Oh, wait, I got to add it. 1 second. Sorry. Adding.
There we go. Okay.
Woo!
Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so this is our main website, spacetokens.io. So this is the first thing you'll see. We have a little section here that shows you latest discoveries. We have a little section that just sort of walks you through what Space Tokens is all about. We do have a roadmap. This is sort of going to be changing shortly, but I'll just show you the process. So if you go and click this Start NFT button, you get these 4 class types. You can select what class you want to go after, and there's different planet types in each class. So class 4s are our most expensive, and they're the most complicated images, and they sort of move down from there. So if you select one of these and hit launch, you're presented with this address. And if you send ADA to this address, let me just close this, your expedition will begin. And so this is just sort of an animation that shows that you're waiting for payment. And I don't have a wallet set up to send money to this right away, but once you send money here, you go into the prepping stage and the animation updates, and it shows you sort of the process of going through an expedition. So different animations, different experience for each stage. And once you get to returning, once your expedition returns, let me just see if I have some under this account. I don't, but you then get to a page like this. And so this is a discovery that someone made recently, just today actually. And they discovered this rogue type Mercurian planet called Mabib. And just for sake of transparency, all of this is public on chain, right? So if you go to this address, you can see the NFT. This is what your NFT actually looks like. I'm gonna go back here.
When you mean discover, like your artist, your company created all these planets already, and someone found it by purchasing. How does that work? Like
So
discover, like is it actual
yeah,
discovery, or like you created it and they found it?
it's all automated, right? And it's these NFTs are all completely randomized in their seeds, right? So every single planet is different, and so these are all auto-generated. Like we don't even know what they're going to look like. So at the time of the expedition, these are actually like discovered planets. Like these have not been seen before. So that's what we mean by discoveries. Is like using our automation, our sort of randomization engine and our randomized seeds. They create completely different planets, and you'll notice that there's types, right? Like
Yeah.
so ice, for example, you get just a different image, similar templates, but totally different types of planets. So these are all recent discoveries. I really like this Savannah one. This is the Terra Aurora. And so there's all these different types. This storm one's kind of cool.
So just to clarify, these are all auto-generated, you said, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So cool. So I guess like you have a bunch of parameters like, color and things like that, and then you just mix them all together and generate them.
Yeah, and we put a lot of time into making sure that they are different enough, right?
Yeah.
So that was a real goal for us. Is we wanted these to have unique value. Like a lot of NFT services, they do like a run of 10,000, and they're all very similar. So we just wanted to personalize it a bit more. Yeah. And so just off the top, our first galaxy is we're launching 25,000 planets, and the first 2,500 expeditions launched. We're gonna add some quid bonuses for those addresses, but also we're gonna be releasing a limited edition Founders NFT later this year. So that's just an added benefit for anybody who wants to get in early. Is you'll get a guaranteed limited edition NFT as well.
So what does that mean for my planet?
You're in that list, man. You're gonna get
Yeah.
you're gonna get a Founders NFT later this year sometime.
Honestly, no idea what that means, but I'm pumped.
We also have a ton of social media. So our Instagram, surprisingly, is up to 15K. That happened fairly quickly. Also join our Instagram. We really want people to check out our Discord. That's sort of like where we want people to hang out, and we've got about 100 people in here so far.
Can we see that Discord?
Yeah, so just if you search space tokens, but also the easiest way to get there is just go to our website down here in the footer and click the Discord. Oh, sorry, you're looking at my browser. You couldn't see that, but if you click this link, it'll take you there. We also have a Reddit. Our Telegram, I think, has about 300 people right now, and then our Twitter. So, but yeah, most recently, our Discord has become a very popular place for people to show off their planets, as well as just chat about space tokens. So,
what's the hope for like an owner of an NFT like this? So, Andrew, like, what's your goal with your planet? Do you want to own more planets or sell your planet for like 1,000 more than you got it for? Like, what's your goal with your planet?
I kind of want more. They're fun. Like I don't understand a lot. I'm not going to pretend that I know what's going on. I'm hoping they do increase one day, obviously. And obviously the goal is to make money in the long term. But it's just kind of a fun little thing, and seeing like I know Alex, and I know he's probably got 1,000 more ideas like that he's not even going to tell us yet that's going to evolve this thing in the future. So it's kind of fun for me. Like if I'm going to get invested in crypto or NFTs, I'd like, this is obviously where I would want to go. But yeah, I don't know. I might just hold on to it because see where it goes in the future.
So, okay. And then do you think you're holding on to a planet that's going to be worth 1,000 more than it is today? 1,008 or more.
Maybe.
I mean, just as an example, like there are some early NFTs for Cardano, and they're up like their floor. So like their floor is up 1,000 times. And so like you and what that means is like you bought it for 10, and the lowest priced one is 1,000x out of the whole collection. So like
Uh-huh.
NFTs are nuts right now. And frankly, if crypto keeps going up, like if this bull run is sort of, I think it's in the middle of its sort of cycle. If we go straight up, it's gonna get silly. Like man, we're not even in manic mode yet. So I think there is an opportunity if you're purely looking for a speculative investment. It's risky as hell, but there are those 1000x returns in this space still.
Yeah.
So it's if you're looking at it from that perspective, there's opportunity for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like I wouldn't sell it for quick cash, so I definitely want to hold on to it for a long term, see where it goes.
Yeah.
And it's fun
Again,
to see
like,
how it evolves and everything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering.
Wait, Alex, has anyone sold one of the planets that like resold them so far?
So there are a couple popping up on some resale exchanges. Like a very popular Cardano exchange is cnft.io. And we've seen a couple space tokens up there already. I mean, we're still very early. Like we haven't totally even launched our marketing campaign yet. So we have quite a few more plans to sell. But yeah, like there's already a resale market that we've seen. So it's a good sign.
So why would someone buy a planet now versus like why would they buy it on a resale versus going to the site directly?
Well, it depends, right? Like a lot of our planets have unique characteristics, right? And the names, what we've seen already is like certain names people like more. Like for example, there was one recently called AQT. So it's just like a funny play on words, but people want that one more than just like a randomly named one, right? But like it's kind of part of the randomization engine. Like we let the computer dream up the names. And so some planets will have funny names and some planets will have regular names. You don't know.
How can you tell if a planet's like been forged? For example, like how can we tell it's a space token planet versus like another planet? And the other thing is, you said the computer generates these planets that you've created. Are you able to create your own since you're the owner? Can you create like Planet Alex worth $1 million or 1 million ADA? Is that is that possible?
So how it works is these collections have a unique policy ID. And so there's a lot of people have tried to scam other NFTs, right? By just creating some that are very close and then putting them up on marketplaces. But they have a different policy ID. And that's how you verify if you have a legit space token or a fraud, is you can look on the blockchain in the Cardano Explorer and see the policy that made that NFT. And so that's how you verify that you have like an actual NFT from this collection. And we publish our policy ID in our guide. So the space tokens first collection policy is there for you to use to verify. And that's an important point because crypto's full of scammers, right? But that's one protection that you have when you're purchasing NFTs is to make sure the policy IDs match the policies that from the sites that publish them, right?
Okay, so you can't forge Planet Alex, right, and make it worth $1 million?
Well, no, like I could create an NFT and call it that and put it up for sale, but it doesn't mean someone's going to buy it, right? And it'll have a different policy ID. We're very clear about what our collections contain. Like we are going to have some promotions coming soon for limited edition planets, and sort of promotions around that. But that'll all be public on our site, right? So it'll all be through us.
So I got a question for Basir. So you're like one of the most entwined to or knowledgeable person about crypto that I think I know, but you've never bought an NFT. What's something that would push you over the edge to actually make you purchase one? And which one would you go with? Or would you?
Probably not. Yeah, I mean, if there was an NFT that represented something in the real world, then maybe, yeah. But
what does that mean?
I mean is crypto even in the real world?
It's the internet.
We work hard to make real world money, then put it into this online money.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just anything in the real world, like if it was like a key to something, maybe a vault or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. I just thought of that right now.
You're describing a treasure map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
geocaching. Yeah.
But like what Alex says sounds pretty cool because it gives you an experience. So I'm paying for an experience, right? So yeah, I mean, yeah, I just want an NFT where it's like you get something tangible out of it. That's all.
So you're a very big risk taker as well with crypto and everything. So why wouldn't you get an NFT at the early stages where, like, for example, Space Tokens has that founder's privileges for everyone that's in the original one, and it is high risk, obviously. But isn't that like right up your alleyway? I'm just trying to like understand the mindset of like the purchasers.
I might, I'll totally do it. But the thing is, it's like I'm doing that for speculation purposes. So it's different where it's like speculation purposes where it's like, okay, I believe in Cardano, so I'm going to buy Cardano, right? So speculation versus investment.
Yeah. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, do you think the value of these will go up over time is the question, right? And
well, they all go up over time in this market. So
yeah. And it's just an investment. If you look at it I see it as like entertainment. Like we're selling entertainment assets. Yeah. Right? Most of the time you consume entertainment and then it's gone. Yeah. But this you get to experience something and then actually get something of value at the end of it. Yeah. You know? So
I will say it's fun in the chat and Discord to talk to the other people about the planets because they
care. Alex, have you sold anything else other than space tokens before as an NFT?
So I've resold stuff. Actually, no, that's not true. I did release a collection on OpenSea of algorithmic art. So I didn't sell any, but it was sort of like a proof of concept for this project. So yeah, we sort of took the idea and then elaborated on it a lot. So yeah, I think we lost Bub.
Bub's gone again.
One thing that's pretty cool, you know how I mentioned about the vault thing, like, you know, access to a vault. The thing is, it doesn't have to be in the physical world. Like it could be, maybe you have a map, like let's say World of Warcraft to go all 3D, right? And then
so in a game,
so then you use your NFT and be like, hey, this person bought so much, paid so much for this NFT, and they get a palace inside of World of Warcraft that everyone can see. So that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, video games. I
think that's what's going to happen soon.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's a whole network called Engine Coin, which is probably the most popular sort of minting gaming crypto project, where it's all about that. They build tools for game companies to integrate NFT basically tokenizing cosmetic stuff in video games or anything, right? Yeah. There's so many games popping up right now where you can buy virtual real estate. And like you own these like 2x2 tiles within a virtual world, and people are like buying and selling these virtual pieces of land right now. So
and they said millennials will never own land.
Yeah, yeah.
We will dish the land.
Yeah, land barons, but online. Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I was having trouble with my connection. I'm just wondering, like, my question was like, did Alex create anything outside of space tokens before? Or did it ever like go mainstream, or are you known for anything? Just so like someone knows they're buying something from someone who's, you know, had success in other avenues.
So I did mention, so the sort of the premise of this space tokens project came from an OpenSea collection that we did launch of algorithmic art. So it's based on not planets, but like art that's generated by like Mandelbrot algorithm, and these like fractals. I don't know if you guys have heard of fractals, but it's these algorithms that generate repeating patterns. And so we took that and added color and some dimensions to it, and we sold a couple collections on OpenSea. We didn't sell it many at all. So, but that was the premise for like what space tokens became. Okay. And then, so before that, like this is the first real project that my company's worked on in the NFT space, but we've worked on many blockchain projects before. Like back in the last bull run, like 2017, 2018, we built a crypto exchange called RocketX, and we managed that for a long time. We've done some blockchain work with a social media company called TikToking, where they wanted to tokenize social media. And I think that's another realm that hasn't really found its footing yet, is a crypto-based or a blockchain-based social media company. Like Reddit's probably the closest, because they've turned their like coins and stuff into rewards, especially the cryptocurrency subreddit. If you check that out, they actually dish out rewards every chat cycle. I can't remember the details, but they're issuing out like actual tokens to people. So I think that's coming. So yeah, that's sort of our history. Is my company has been in blockchain a long time, but we wanted to give NFTs a real shot. So that's part of what Space Tokens is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Ali, while you were cut off there, Basir was mentioning one thing that would put him over is if you can use the NFT and like when he was describing a vault, like in a game.
Yeah.
Like buying, like if it was the World of Warcraft, or let Basir redescribe it.
Yeah, so like imagine, let's say you had a game like World of Warcraft or any RPG game where it's a shared environment, and then you spend all this money on an NFT, and then you get a palace inside of this game that everyone recognizes as a shared space. So that'd be pretty cool.
Well, Alex, what's the end game with Space Tokens? Are you trying to create a universe for example, Basir being one of the first planet owners, or Andrew being one of the first planet owners? What's the end game for them? Are you trying to create an ecosystem of billions of people buying and trading, selling planets, and using those critters or creatures that you're going to create? Or can you take us to the end game scenario?
Yeah, like we want to build a game and a universe that people can experience and play in and collect things and discover new things. Like a great analogy, I don't know if you guys have played the video game No Man's Sky, but it's an exploration-based game where you start with a little ship and then you go out and discover completely new planets, new creatures, gather resources, mine on planets, and keep your journey going. So that's what we sort of want to do, but with this entertainment asset idea in mind. Like we really want to make entertainment have more value than sort of the consumable nature that it has in the world today. So it's the goal is this large scale game that people can come back to on a regular basis and just like space out for a little while and discover some cool stuff. So that's sort of the end game here. Yeah.
And I get that's pretty cool. I can picture like a huge universe. So then what makes, I don't know if we're going to kill this, but like beat a dead horse here, but like, so what makes a planet then valuable?
So it's initially right now is you get a unique entertainment asset planet. Later soon, we haven't released much yet, but those planets will allow you other functionality. And so we do, I'll just explain it, why not? So we have these planetary sizes. Every planet has a size. And the size of the planet will dictate how many creature slots you are able to discover on that planet. And those creatures are other NFTs of creatures that come from that planet. So their characteristics derive completely from the characteristics of the planet that they're from. And so based on the number of slots, you can discover that many creatures from that planet. And those creatures are forever tied to that planet. So, and that's just the start. Like we have lots of ideas on how to expand upon the ownership of a planet. We want the planets to be sort of the core piece of the game and the characteristics of those planets, and then sort of branch out from there. But definitely creature discovery is a big part of that. Another thing that I haven't talked too much about yet on the site or anything is spaceships. And so spaceships are sort of a key component of where we're headed. Is you'll have your core spaceship and be able to upgrade it, which allows you to go further, explore more things, and sort of build upon your spaceship and travel further out into the galaxy. So that's sort of the short-term goals for the development side of things.
I like the concept of like, I don't know if you guys watched Dragon Ball Z, but in the show, you had like Frieza, who owned many planets, and the people on the planets and stuff like that. So, is that also something that could happen here? I
Are
mean,
you
could
calling Alex
Andrew?
an evil space lord?
No.
He could be a space lord. I mean,
A
like,
conqueror?
can
No, if you
Andrew?
play
Oh,
a game, you can become a space lord. That's more like it.
yeah. Like, I mean, can you trade like 5 spaceships for a planet at this point? Like in your universe?
So not at this point, but down the road, why not? Like we're going to be launching a whole marketplace through space tokens. So you can buy, trade, auction, sell all through the space token site with space tokens assets. So that's coming. I mean that's the idea, right? And you can sell bundles of things if you want. Yeah, there's lots of different scenarios there.
Very cool. Very cool. I mean, you guys have any more questions for Alex?
Probably thousands, but
Yeah, I'm just like
I think
curious
I
about
think
the
it's a
whole
lot of
NFT
fun.
space. Yeah,
Do
I
what?
just find it curious. Like you can just make you like if you're the creator, you can just make your own thing and make it worth a lot. Like what's that? Is there anything stopping you there? And you said something about unique IDs and stuff like that, but I don't know.
Well, it's so there's nothing stopping an
Excuse me.
NFT creator from like creating another limited edition set of planets. Like that's totally possible. If you want to create like one planet that's like better than all the rest, I don't know
Yeah,
if you'd want to do that because it might deter from the value of the other planets. Like there's a lot of tokenomics in mind when you work on these sorts of things. Like we spent some time figuring out, okay, what's the correct number of planets for each class. We actually had to drop the max supply of planets because it was out of whack
yeah.
based on sort of the current network environment. So yeah, like I don't think you'd necessarily want to do that, right? You're trying to build value into your own collections and your own network. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Alex, someone just bought a planet and they were showing it off. I can't check it out though on
Oh,
Discord.
really? Nice.
what's
Check.
going on in your Discord? Are people buying and selling planets there right now?
Yeah, yeah. Like we've had, yeah, Discord's been quite active, and we've had quite a few people sort of show off what planets they've been discovering. Um, there's a lot of different types of planets, and they're all totally unique. So people are pretty stoked at this point, I think.
What's your favorite planet?
My favorite planet? Probably the tough question. Um, I like the Rogue just because it is kind of an anonymous type. Um, but
Was
also,
that
yeah,
that black one?
yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Then Diamond. The diamonds are probably what people are valuing the most because they're diamond and they look really cool. So probably a toss up between those two.
If you're still like developing the environment ecosystem, you should add in like you can mine your planet.
Yeah, we have that on board, and we've actually have like some token ideas where the minerals will actually be native tokens on Cardano. But it gets quite complex with the tokenomics, because yeah, like the idea being that you'd have a planet and then you just stake it with us for say a
Yeah.
week, and then that's on a mining expedition, and you'd earn some of these native tokens for staking with us, right? So there's definitely some ideas that we haven't gone too far down that rabbit hole just because I'm a little hesitant to figure out the tokenomics, but it would be really cool if you could make that whole thing sort of gel, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll definitely promote it in my Discord, and then
Cool.
I'll check it out in your Discord. And then I have a guy who's really into NFTs in our Discord named Jeff, and
Yep.
he's promoting. What he's doing is he finds artists that are well known, and then he buys their art at the floor price, and then he
Yep.
resells it even in the same day for 10 times the amount
Yeah,
to
I know.
people who respect that artist a lot. So that's why I was asking you, do people know your company, or do people know the artist in your company? And that's could be a driving factor on increasing the price of your space tokens is if you have well-known artists, but if you're a well-known company, I don't know if I can speak that like it's like Hasbro or something in real life, right? Like the guys who created all these games. So if you're like the Hasbros of space tokens, I don't know if that's a good analogy, but like, is that what you want to be known for? Is the space token group who makes these like things here?
Yeah, like there's no doubt if you could find a partnership like that with a prominent, well-known brand or artist that sort of cross-promoting their brand with your art or vice versa would be great. I mean, we're really focusing on building our own brand up, so it's our art that our system generates, right? We it's very uniquely space tokens, and that's kind of what we're focused on now. But maybe down the road we could look at some sort of cross promotion or partnership with an existing bigger brand out there. Who knows, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess just wrap it up. I guess Andrew's a new adopter. Like he's new to crypto, but he owns a planet already. I've been in crypto for 3 years. I've never touched an NFT. Basir is like a Cardano holder from like the beginning of time, but has never touched an NFT. So the space is getting interesting and an interesting time for like investing in crypto, Cardano specifically, and space tokens, which is like a really interesting project. Everyone loves planets. They love stuff. They love space. I mean, I think you're onto something here, Alex, and we'll promote it. And like next time we have you on, we can talk about like any progress. Have you added anything like critters, creatures, spaceships, etc.? And then we'll see where we're at. I might gamble. I don't know if you have like packs or something like the NBA is doing right now, Top Shot packs. I don't know if you have like a pack of planets I can buy, but
it's a good idea. We might look at sort of like bundling together different classes. So
yeah, something like what do you call it? In our universe, what's it called? Like you have different like. Oh my god, I got to get into the space talk again, but you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like laid out for you, but. Right. You can get like an asteroid belt or something like that, or
right,
or different like planets from games, like or shows like Planet Vegeta and Namek or something like that.
Still can't get off Dragon Ball Z, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, may I say, in space there are infinite ideas for him to work with.
That's right. That's true. That's right.
That's why I'm paid the big bucks.
Okay, so we'll look for that stuff, and I'll like when I post this video, I'll add the description and link, and then I can help you promote in my Discord and vice versa. And
cool, man. Yeah.
We'll see where it goes, because like this year, I think it's kind of like maybe I could buy maybe a planet with my infinite amount of Cardano.
Are you saying Basir has infinite amount of money right now? Because if so, he just got way hotter.
Because Basir in 2017 introduced us to Cardano, and honestly, he's had like diamond hands throughout the whole thing. So
well done, well done.
Yeah, never sold.
Crazy.
But now that Cardano's in the NFT space, it's actually like more of it could be utilized more. Is that right, Basir? Is that the correct way of saying it? I feel like it could be used for more things.
Yeah, definitely. Cardano's being released on the smart contracts being released on September 12th. I mean, after that, it's going to go insane, right? So
yeah.
And the testnet is out today, so you can test it out there. So
maybe I should get invested in some Cardano again. I sold a little early.
I'm going to invest in Basir.
Yeah, me too. Is Basir an NFT? Or I'm just kidding. I don't know.
You should issue
I want the Basir
one. Yeah, one.
A Basir planet. Yeah. Okay, guys. It was nice chatting. I gotta go, but we can continue. We can have this chat whenever we want throughout the week, and we can come up with more topics. I know Basir's sitting on a bunch of topics he's burning to talk about, so we'll just continue and chat about it. And then you can send us links, Alex, too, because my brother's in there, and he knows the NFT guy, so we can flip it to him and see what he says, and he can share it with his own community.
That'd be awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks. I'm out.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.